Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and I'm here today to do my final haul revisit for the year. This is kind of a big one again. I didn't buy all of these in December, but at the end of the year I did go through my shelves and just check that I had everything. And I think I was missing a few that I just hadn't written down on my TBR. So a few of them ended up just kind of being tacked on to December because I couldn't remember when I'd bought them. So there are 19 here, and definitely some trends, but we're going to start with a couple that just don't really fit in with anything else that I bought. So first up I think it's Antigua de Fortune of the High Seas by Anna Rainbow and Ollie Hyatt. This is a middle grade fantasy about a young girl who I think is like a pirate. Actually, no, she is the daughter of an officer, but she, I think, kind of wants to be a pirate. Anyway, it sounds super cute. I don't know why I haven't read this one yet. I guess it kind of, is kind of, I do organize my book by author's last name, and my R's at the moment are kind of like at the very back of sort of the final section, so I kind of forget about them sometimes, but hopefully I think I'm gonna try and pick this one up in December. I had one contemporary romance, which is With You Forever by Chloe Leese. This is book 4 in the Bergman Brothers series. I believe I bought all 4 maybe in December, and this is the last one that I have to read. It's not the final book in this series. I just got the 5th book in October for my birthday from Mel, so I'd kind of been holding off on reading this one because I wanted to have that one, which is so stupid because I won't read them back to back. But anyway, that's what I've told myself. So I think I'll be picking this one up in December as well. Definitely in a contemporary romance mood, and I love Chloe Leese. And then I also have the complete short stories of Leonora Carrington, which is the complete short stories of Leonora Carrington, who was also a surrealist artist. This is one of her paintings. You may know some of them. They're a bit like, it's surrealism, so they're all a bit out there. But she does lots with like leopards and other animals. Anyway, I really like her. I read a book of hers, like a little memoir-y biography sort of thing, last year, I think. And then I think I bought this one at the same time, and I started it. I read the first story. I meant to come back to it, but I just didn't. Don't know that I'll get to this one this month. And then we have 2 little mini sections. I have 2 crime, I guess. Of course, I have an Agatha Christie. This is After the Funeral. I bought a whole bunch of these in November, so I imagine what happened with this one was that I had ordered a stack of them and this one came later than the rest. Yeah, this one is a few off what I am currently reading, but hopefully I may get to this one in December. That's kind of the plan. I guess you'll see. And then the other one I have is Crocodile on the Sandbank by Elizabeth Peters. I found this one secondhand for a couple of dollars. I had an ebook of it, but I just prefer reading things physically, so when I got this, I think it was like for $1 or $2. Yeah, it was just nice to have a physical copy. I just find that easier for me personally to read. Then I have a little historical romance section. I think I got quite a few in December, but these were the 2 that I had left over. I had How to Love a Duke in 10 Days by Kerrigan Byrne. Both of these were secondhand. I think all the second-hand hands in here are from the same place. So this is the first book in a series by Kerrigan Byrne. I read the first book in another series by her earlier in the year as part of my like trying, what did I even call that video? Trying new historical romance authors? Trying new to me historical romance authors? Something like that. Anyway, I didn't love that one. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really enjoy it. But I do have this one. This looks like, no, I don't know. I thought for some reason that this had something to do with Scotland, but I don't know that it does. I don't know where I got that idea. Did the first one have something to do with Scotland? Anyway, I have that one. I don't think I'll be reading this one this month either. Just not in a huge historical romance mood, and I have so many series on the go that I'd like to kind of finish some of those off. Which is kind of the same as with Unclaimed by Courtney Milan. I was so excited last December. I managed to get 2 Courtney Milans. I'd never seen them anywhere in Australia. So I was very excited. I read one of them, which was the first book in a series. And I can't remember if this is in a series or if this is a standalone, but I want to finish that other one that I have by her. I have the sequel, and it's just a duology before I move on to this one, whether it is a standalone or not. Now we go into the 2 big sections, starting off with YA fantasy / fantasy adjacent is what I'm gonna go with. So first up, I have 2 books from Kelly St. Clair. This is Fantasy of Freedom. This is Stolen Princess, book 4 in the Tainted Accord series and book 2 in the Pirates of Felicity. So, yes, I've started this one. I started this in October and I just wasn't really feeling it. So I read the first like 20 pages. It's the last book in the series, so I will get to it. I don't know if it'll be in December, but we'll see. And honestly, I feel like I might have to reread book 1 because I don't remember anything about this book at all before I move on to this one. But this one definitely isn't going to happen this month. This one I'm going to try. Sticking with the sea theme, apparently that was a thing in December. I have Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen, which is a, I don't know, black mermaid story? I think it's mermaids. Or sirens, I'm not really sure. I think it is a Little Mermaid inspired. Again, I don't know. I was just really excited about this book at the time. I don't even really like mermaids. I don't know what it is. But I'm still really excited about this one. I just haven't picked it up. Again, this is a B, which is at the very back of sort of my shelf as well. And it's hidden usually behind a lot of Agatha Christie. So I don't often look behind that section. So that might be partly why I haven't picked this one up. So I have here Vox Machina, Kith and Kin by Marika, I'm not sure, Nijkamp. I believe they are a Dutch author, which is basically like there's no possible hope of being able to pronounce their name. This is Critical Role inspired, D&D. I was very into D&D last year. My brother and I, and as well as a couple of other people, including my friend Eli, were playing D&D for a little bit, and then it just kind of fell apart. And when I ordered this, it was definitely in the I don't know, the height of my excitement, and then it took a little while to be released and to get to me, and then by the time it got to me, I don't know, we weren't playing anymore, and I still interested, but yes, need to get back to it. Next one I have is Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. I'm not going to talk about this one too much. It is the sequel to These Violent Delights, a 1920s Romeo and Juliet retelling set in Shanghai. But I'm going to be talking about this one in January as part of a video, so I'm not going to talk about it here, but you will see it again. I should probably take my bookmark out because I don't remember what I've read, but it's in there for now. The next two, we're going to be joined by a Fletchy, I think. The next two kind of also go into the next section because I wasn't really sure whether I wanted to put these in the YA section or in the next section, which is like fantasy romance, because they can kind of straddle the line a little bit. But that is A Pack of Vows and Tears and A Pack of Love and Hate by Olivia Wildenstein. So these are books 2 and 3 in the Boulder Wolves series. They come in these absolutely beautiful hardcovers that I spent way too much money on, but they're gorgeous. And yes, I have read most of this one. I think I have honestly 60 pages to go, but I just kept putting it down for other things. Actually, now that I've said it, way more than 60 there. But anyway, I don't think this is even the end of the series. I think there are more, but these are the only ones I own. So I'd like to finish this one this month. And then, like I said, the final section is fantasy romance, because I guess I was kind of getting into that at this point. Hi, Fletch. You want to sit down? Where are you going? Oh my god. Okay, he's decided he wants to sit exactly where my tripod is. So this is going to be a disaster, but here we go. Yes. Okay, so I have Dark Harmony by Laura Thalassa. This is book 3 in the Bargainer series. I don't know if this is the final one. Honestly, I don't remember. I think there's a little short story or something. Anyway, planning to run a read-along of this series in early 2023. I might try and put a video up about that this month as well. And yes, I can't even remember. I have read the first book. I can't even really remember what it's about, but there's a thing with deals and it's smutty from memory. It's Laura Thalassa. She's incredible. Please read this with me if you're interested. Okay, next I have A Deal with the Elf King by Elise Kova. I love Elise Kova. I read the Air Awakens series, the first 4 as they came out, and then I just never read the 5th one, and now I'm very behind on her series. But I've heard mixed things about this one, but I want to know what it is. So I think if I get the chance, actually no, I'm not going to say that because I really, oh my god, Fletch. Okay, he's just sniffing my everything, my camera, my microphone, my tripod. Anyway, I'm gonna finish the Air Awakens series before I start this one because I have a lot of series on the go and I don't need another one, so I need to finish that before I get to this one. But more about that again early next year. Then I picked up a copy of Tangle of Need by Nalini Singh, which is some number book in the Psy Changeling series. Let's have a look here. I think it's book 11. I've read the first 4, so I saw this one cheap and I grabbed it. I've been getting them all in these smaller versions mostly, because those are the ones that are usually available secondhand. So I love this series. I'm excited to get to this one, but I am reading them in order, so it will be a while before I get to this, but still very excited for it. And then finally I have 2 books in a series that I absolutely adore. The first one is The Dreams of Broken Kings by Lana Pekošek, and the other one is The Secrets of Shadow and Blood. This is the 3rd book in the, so it's called the Fae Guardian series, but then there are like mini sub-series in them. So this is the final book in the Season of the Wolf series, and this is the 4th book in the big series, but the first one in the Season of the Vampire series. My neighbor just walked past and full on, like, I swear to God, like eagle-eyed to the fact that I was sitting here essentially talking to myself, so that's cool. So I think if I get the chance I will try and read this one in December, but I also realized that I've said that I would read a lot in December. So yes, I also know that I have already pre-ordered these next, I think like 3 or 4, oh gosh. Lana Pekošek will be at one of the romance events that I'm going to, actually both of them, but she will be at the one that is here in Melbourne. So I've already pre-ordered those books from her so that I can pick them up then, and I don't have to take them on a plane. I just have to fit them in a bag to get home. So yes, I would like to be up to date on this series when I go and meet her, but that isn't until April. So I have time, but I would really like to get to this one if I could. But again, I have said that I would read so many of these and it probably won't happen. But that is the end of the haul revisit and the end of my haul revisits for 2021. So obviously, well, the plan is to continue these into 2023, but obviously with the books that I have bought this year, I'm still working out my reading goals and how I'm going to go about that. So you'll see that when I do my reading goals video, I think early January. Haven't really decided yet, but you'll definitely hear about how I did with the rest of the haul revisits later in the month, and I will go through and share all of those then. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.